Hello everyone, welcome back to the English Web. So today I'm going to continue with the second part of how to use pronunciations. Now in the last video I talked about how to use a full stop or period, semicolon and a comma. In today's video I'm going to talk about how to use a colon, a hyphen or a dash, inverted commas or quotation marks, apostrophe and an interrogation mark. So let's start with how to use a colon. Now a colon is used before a list of words or an explanation. For example, the teacher said, learning to be disciplined is one of the most important learnings of life. So the place where you use a colon is here. The teacher said, colon, learning to be disciplined is one of the most important learnings of life. So that is pretty much the only reason why a colon is used. Now I would like to talk about the usage of a question mark. Now it's pretty obvious that a question mark is used every time one is interrogative. So for example, do you have my book? Have you seen my bag? So these are questions and you use a question mark or an interrogation mark every time you want to interrogate or ask something to someone. Now the third one is an exclamation mark. Now an exclamation mark is used at the end of a sentence to express an emotion or a wish. You can express a variety of emotions like anger, sorrow, happiness, anxiety, fear, among other emotions. And some of the most common words that are used while you write an exclamatory sentence or you use an exclamatory sentence are bravo, alas, hurrah, among other words. So some of the examples that you use are, how I wish I could take a vacation. Now you're exclaiming something, you are expressing an emotion or a desire. What a lovely evening it was. Again, it is a desire, you're just expressing an emotion in this context. So that is pretty much the reason why you use an exclamatory mark. Now the other one is hyphen. Now okay, most of the people get confused between a hyphen and a dash. There are two different things. A hyphen is used to separate two words to avoid ambiguity or confusion, and a dash is used in a parenthetical element. Now you can replace a dash with a bracket in most of the cases, and a dash is more informal whereas a bracket is more formal. So always remember, a hyphen is used, there is no space when you use a hyphen on both the sides, whereas when you use a dash there is space on both the sides. So once again, a hyphen is used to separate two words that are linked to avoid confusion or ambiguity. For example, cooperate, son-in-law, antisocial. These are the words wherein you use a dash to avoid confusion, like I said earlier. The next one is how to use quotation marks. Now quotation marks or inverted commas are pretty much used when one is introducing a title, or you can use it. You can introduce it in a title, or you can talk about using a quotation marks or inverted commas when you are pretty much quoting someone or using the spoken language. And one of the other reasons why quotation marks are used are to depict something in an unusual way. So yeah, that's pretty much the reason why you use quotation marks. And the last one that I'm going to talk about is an apostrophe. Now there are two reasons why you use an apostrophe. One of the main reasons why you use an apostrophe is to indicate ownership. Now when you're taking a person's name, you add an apostrophe after that person's name and write an S. That is when you're indicating ownership. So that is one of the reasons why you use an apostrophe. The second reason why you use an apostrophe is in contractions. Now when you use words like it's, let's, so those are okay. So when you use it is, but you're using an apostrophe to contract that word. When you're using the word let's, that is let us. Again, to combine the two words, you use an apostrophe mark. So that is the reason why you use an apostrophe mark. So yes, with this I come to an end of my punctuation, how to use punctuations lesson. In my next video I shall come up with something new. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then make sure you do it now. and make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, comment below, share and subscribe to my channel. I shall see you guys soon. Bye.